Quick video while I'm doing a task. So I am going to set up a WordPress website. At the moment, I have a domain name set up, which is here, redfern.com.au. So this is for a community project that I'm currently working on to create a district directory website for the Redfern Street district. So wanted to make a video just to kind of show you how to set up a website in the back end using some of the technical side of things. So the platform I'm in at the moment is what's known as cPanel. And so when you have hosting set up, most hosting platforms these days will have cPanel installed if they're a Linux hosting kind of setup. This one here is through my platform called soilconnect.domains. And so this uses the same technology or the same network as a lot of the other platforms. You know, there is a few companies in Australia that actually do hosting and dedicated servers, and a lot of the companies that we operate with, such as Crazy Domains and Vodian, things like that, are actually all off the same kind of platform. So I've got a reseller account set up on those, and so soilconnect.domains is a place where you can buy domain names and also web hosting and SSL certificates and things like that. But what I'm going to do today is show you that once we have the hosting set up, how we can set up a WordPress website using some of the inbuilt tools. And then we're going to be installing Elementor as the page builder and going through the process of basically showing you how we can help you get this set up. So this is to show you what happens in the background, but maybe you feel confident enough to do it yourself and you can do it yourself. If not, this is some of the services that I can help you with here at Soil Connect. So we're going to log into cPanel. Once you log into cPanel, this is what we see. And this is where you can manage like all your emails and different files. But what we're looking for is this Installtron application installer. Now, most places will have some form of installing tool that once you click it, will give you the ability to install a whole heap of scripts, I guess, just at the click of a button. And the reason why I like doing this is because this is the WordPress one, like, it's the 1960 logo, but that is WordPress and it's blog. But these are all different kind of scripts. Like if you want a ticketing system, you can install OS Ticket. If you wanted a help desk, things that they're all here. If you needed billing, you could use box billing, invoice plane. Like there's heaps of tools that you can click and install at the click of a button. Email, if you need to manage your email and you want your own hosted email, things like that. Bulletin boards, message boards, forums, they're all here as well. A lot of people don't know that this is sitting behind the scenes of your hosting. Now, not all hosting platforms enable this side of things because, giving control to the users means that things can go a little bit off the rail. But the main thing I'm looking for here today is to find the WordPress builder, installer. And so once that's loaded, we're going to click the install this application, and we're going to make sure that we have the secure version. I always kind of like the domain names without the www these days, just because I feel like it's, most people don't type it anymore, and it enables people to, this is like what you can still type it, but it's going to redirect to this one. So that's the domain that we're going to be installing it on. I always follow to the most recent WordPress version that is being pushed out. So we accept that. I always kind of like using auto update. But things can break sometimes if you do auto update. I actually use another tool called Manage WP that has all my clients in one place, and I can update all the clients. And we actually offer that as a done-for-you kind of service via our website care plans. And so for a small fee per month, we take care of all the updating and making sure that your WordPress website is always up to date and, avoiding getting compromised through hacks. And because WordPress is open source and all the plugins that people use is created by the community, sometimes hackers can find vulnerabilities in plugins, and that is the way that they get into the website and either hack it and put their criminal messages onto your website. It's very rare that they break into databases and things like that. Normally they just kind of have these robots going on the internet and finding vulnerabilities and executing code. And really, I kind of call it digital graffiti. It's like coming to your bricks and mortar website, a shop front, and someone's graffitied on your window and you've got to like clean it. And so daily backups and, these care plans can definitely help you, just kind of forget that it's all happening. And we scan for like performance and, other updates and broken links and things like that, and can definitely help with making sure that your website is always online. So I tend to turn the automatic updates off because I prefer to do it manually and have that. So I'm just going to pop in some details here. We can change all this later. So that's good. Do not enable two-factor authentication, limit the number of logins. That is fine. And advanced setting management, that is fine as well. So this is kind of, and just for reference, I'll show you what the current, this is what the current website looks like. So at the moment, nothing is installed on that domain. So once we click down the bottom, install, it's going to go and do everything automatically, and you'll be surprised at how quickly it sets everything up. And then once it's first installed, it's going to be a very basic kind of blog template. So it's not going to be exciting at all. It gives you a little preview here. And if we now go back to this tab and click refresh, you'll see that that WordPress is now installed. So it's mind-blowing blog. That's like the first Hello World post that gets installed. And that is your white labeled WordPress install. And then to access the admin, the link is here. And the good thing about installing it here is that you can always like back it up, clone it, uninstall it. It's now manageable in this Installtron kind of platform. So I'm just going to navigate to the admin login, which is always WP-admin. And that's going to take me to here. And so this is the logins that I set just a moment ago. So hopefully this works. And we are in. So I'm going to add that to my password manager. So this is a clean install on WordPress. And this is the most fastest version you're ever going to get of WordPress because it has absolutely nothing installed and it's basically like a basic blogging platform. So what I'm going to do now is go and install a couple of my favorite plugins that I like to install on websites. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to plugins and then click add new. And so the first thing I like installing is called, I just went for a mental blank then. Why have I gone blank? Sitekit by Google. I hate this search. Sitekit by Google. So this is going to allow us to install Google Analytics, Search Console. It's the best way to get all the analytical code installed without having to have a million code snippets everywhere. So I always install Sitekit by Google. And so you click the button to install it, and then you click the other button to activate it once it's installed. So always when you're installing plugins with WordPress, it's a two-staged process. So you can see now that's installed, and now we can click activate, and that will activate it and take you here. And we won't start the setup yet. I just like to install all the plugins first. And I also like to delete all the ones that we don't use that come default with WordPress, but they're in the deactivated state. I always like keeping things very neat and tidy. The same with like themes in a minute. I'll show you how to delete all these that just create junk on the website that is not needed. So if we stick to adding new plugins, the next one I'm going to install is Elementor. Elementor is a multi-step process as well, because this is the free page builder, which is great and fine. And if you don't have an account with Elementor, the free version is more than enough. But I do have Pro, so I'm going to activate this into the Pro license as well. So that takes a little while to install in the background. This is a little bit more of a heavier plugin and does definitely slow the website down, but it definitely helps in helping you build and editing pages a lot easier. So once you activate the Elementor plugin, you're going to be taken to the wizard. So I've already got an account, so I'm going to connect my account to that. And so I've already logged in and it knows who I am, and we'll connect that account there. I then also like installing the Hello theme. So the Hello theme or the Astra theme, they're two themes that work very good with Elementor. They're very light-weighted themes, but I kind of like Hello theme because it's built by Elementor. So there's less likeliness of things glitching or breaking in the event of a theme update. You know, you would hope that the company that builds the theme and the plugin make sure that their things are always talking together. So we're just going to go through this as well. We're going to download. I've already got the logo here. So Redphone. And we're going to install the logo. Select. So that is the logo. There's some white writing here. This is on transparent. The theme is going to be black eventually. And then this is what I love as well, is that there are thousands of templates that you can browse, or you can start with a blank canvas in the editor. So I'm just going to browse the templates here so you can kind of get an idea of some of the templates that are available and how easy it is to kind of install that. So just to show you what the website looks like now. So this is what the website looks like now. We've gone to the Hello theme template, I guess. It's still the same kind of Hello World post, but different colors and different layouts. So this is kind of what the website is still looking like. Now, I mentioned before that we're looking to build the website in a dark theme. So we could possibly maybe search here. It's not the best search, to be honest. I don't know if we're searching by colors is a thing here as well, but no. I'll come back to this actually, because I've just realized I haven't linked it to Pro at the moment. Have I? No, it's still saying to go Pro. So let me get out of the library. So that's cool. So if we go to Elementor and we go to upgrade, no, that's not right. So what we need to do is we need to log into the Elementor platform and download the Pro plugin. So the Pro plugin doesn't install via the backend. You need to do that separately. So if we go back to plugins, and then what we're going to click is, instead of, we're going to click add new, but instead of browsing the library, we're going to click the button that says upload, and then we are going to drop Pro there, and we're going to go to install. Now, sometimes the file is too big, and so this is what's happened here now. So I will fix that by going back to control panel and going here to home to return to control panel. Don't know why it's gone to the wrong thing. Let's go back here a bit. Yeah, cool. All right, so what we're going to look for here is PHP select version. So what this is going to enable us to do is change some of the default settings. So if we go to options under the PHP selector, the post size and the upload size is set to very low. You know, in 2023, I don't know why servers set these settings so low, but I might actually change that to 64, and the maximum upload, I will probably go to 1 gig. You know, it's not uncommon now to have very large file sizes that you need to upload. So let's go back here. Hopefully that fixes it. Upload new. Drag that there, or you could click choose file. Oh, actually do it like that. So again, the install button didn't enable. Choose. I'll be use that 3 meg. Okay. Install now. So these are all the things that over the years of building websites, I've just, been able to, learn how to quickly fix things that go wrong. I guess there's always that kind of theory that I think about, is that, sometimes people don't understand. They go, oh, well, look, you're building this website in 20 minutes, but it's the years and years of like researching the best page builders and which plugins work well together and the best way to get like all your analytics installed. And, I guess I've spent years in the University of Life learning how to build websites to get to this point where I know what are the best kind of plugins and the best ways to get to the end goal. So, if you've got a device that stops working and you call a contractor to come in and fix it, and they come and like tweak one button, and you think, oh, how are you charging $1,000 just to fix that one thing? Like, you spent 10 minutes turning that dial, but it's just knowing which dial to turn that you're paying that for. So, this is, and honestly, like setting up the website here in the back end, that is like 10% of a website. The rest of it is all the content, the images, working with the client, getting all the information. And that normally takes most of the energy, effort, and time. These days, setting up all the social assets, linking all those in, that kind of works. That's the biggest work and the biggest challenge. So like, yeah, the website, what I'm doing now is kind of like the foundation, but then we've still got to build the house and furnish it and decor it and so forth. So now we have the Elementor plugin and the Elementor Pro. And this is saying that there's already an update. So I don't know why it downloaded the non-latest version. But what I'm going to do now is connect and activate. So I want to connect and activate the Pro version. So activate my license. Again, this is kind of taking me here because I'm already logged in. But if I wasn't logged in, you would have to log in and have a paid plan. So, again, that's the other benefit of using web designers and people like Soil Connect, because we have development licenses for all these plugins and tools. So we pay one fee for all the clients, and then all the clients are linked within one backend. And that's one of the, like a lot of the plugins that I work with, I have developer licenses, which means that I can have multiple websites all linked to that one license. So now that that is installed, I'm going to go back to the kit library, because now we're going to be able to install. So I always find it easier to install a template that kind of roughly looks like the website you're trying to create, because then like 80% of the work is done for you. So I don't know which one works well here at the moment, but just for the simplicity of showing you how a template can be easily installed. No, I don't think that's the right one at the moment. We need something a little bit more darker. I'm thinking maybe this one here might work well, actually. Yeah, I think this one here might work well for now. Let's just look at one more that's on the darker side. That one there didn't have a really good menu structure. Okay, so this one's probably a little bit better. So what I'm looking for here is like logo, menu structure, all the other stuff is changeable. So I'm just kind of looking, and what we're trying to build here is actually like a directory website. So I'm kind of looking for something that's quite simple, has very simple kind of boxes, and obviously our theme is going to be red and black based off the logo and white. So I'm going to apply this kit, apply all, enable. And it's probably best not to do anything else while this is happening, because in the background, it's actually downloading quite a lot of images and putting themes and making a lot of changes. So clicking on, into other windows, probably just going to tell you that the website's not working or down. So it is a little bit of a thing, but you just kind of need to sit and wait for this to finish. The reason why I pick WordPress for a lot of the work that I do is because I feel like there's the most amount of support in the marketplace for longevity of the website. So, it's very common for someone to build the website, and then either the business owners then take over changing the pages, and then somewhere down the line, they want to rebuild the website or change or do major developments. And you may find a different person to do that. And I find that even like on a lot of directory websites where you're looking for talent to help build websites, WordPress is widely available. And there are a lot of people who can kind of log into the back end and help you fix problems and do solutions and add modules and things like that. So that's the reason why I like using WordPress. Yes, originally it was designed to be a blogging website, but there are very large companies who have paid tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to have WordPress websites built for them. So that's now told me that it's installed and that my live kit is now live. So I'm going to go back to the website that we were showing you before. And I'm going to hit refresh so you can see what it looks like. So there we go. So all that data has now been installed and transferred into the theme. And so what I'll spend another good time doing now, and I won't bore you with this, is actually going through and deleting a lot of the pages that we won't need. Obviously, there's an issue here with the logo not being the right size. And so what I love about Elementor, and just to show you how easy the page builder is, for instance, whenever you're on a particular page, you can hover over edit with Elementor. And so this page has a pop-up, a footer, and a header. And if you actually click edit with Elementor, you'll edit the page that you're currently on. So because there's an issue with the logo, I'm going to click here and go edit header. And then that's going to load up the page builder just viewing the header part. And so we can see here, this is the header. So what I can do now is I can play around with this site image, and I'd probably, it's probably actually a height issue, yeah. So let's say that maybe, so there's a couple of things here that I can think of at the moment. The logo, oh no, it doesn't have, like, so the logo could probably be trimmed. So what I'll probably do, so that way there's not a lot of wasted spacing, is I'll probably actually crop this logo down and re-upload it. But again, I won't bore you with that, but the whole point of using WordPress is that everything is a drag and drop. So once everything is loaded, you don't have to always keep uploading the logo. If you wanted to put the logo again, you just drag this and there's the logo. And that's the whole point of having Elementor as a page builder, is because you can do very easy drag and drop things like that. And if I go to preview this page, so now that's kind of what that website looks like. So if I remove the preview and just look at the website, now we've got a better sized logo coming into shape. So the next thing I would do is go back to, so what I like to do is go exit. And the first time you exit, always go back to all posts, because that's the most common area that you would want to go when you're leaving that. You only have to do that once. What was I going to do? I was going to show you so in maybe it's taking builder. No, that's okay. I won't bore you with anything more. I think that's kind of enough to show you that, within about 20 minutes, you can, like obviously we've spent days buying the domain, send up the hosting and all that. That takes a little bit just to kind of get across the internet. And then, you install WordPress, install Elementor, install a theme or a site kit. And then you spend the next day or two just tweaking, editing, removing pages you don't want, and building that. And because this is a directory website, that's where my mind was going before. I'm just going to install one more plugin, and that plugin is going to be called HivePress. So I've been told by a great developer of mine that HivePress is probably one of the better free business directories and classified ads plugins. So I'm going to install this plugin. And I haven't played around with this, so I'm kind of in new territory here. So now that this plugin is installed, you've got HivePress and you've got listings and vendors. So I'll go through and have a look at all these settings. Let's see if there's any, there's no listings or vendors at this point. So I'll play around with that in a minute. The other thing to keep in mind with Elementor as well is, they don't have it here. I think I've got to go back to a page and go edit with Elementor. There is a way that you can get to this, but I'll just get to it from this point here. But there's ways that you can set global colors. Where is it? It's moved. Site settings. Oh, yeah, global colors and global fonts. So the reason why you want to do this is because if you set your global colors and then you use global colors when you're theming the website, if someone says to you, oh, I don't like that red, can we tone it down, or can we use a different color, background, you can just come here and change it, and then all parts of your website will then use these global colors. And so when you're in a page editing, let's just say this one here, if you go under style, instead of clicking, where's a color? Right here. So instead of clicking this color here, you click the global, and then you would pick one of these colors here. So if we updated that global colors before, you'd say, okay, well, this is going to be a heading, and I want it to be a primary color, which is going to be the red. And so if you click primary here, this is now linked to a global value. And so, at the moment, what do I do? I called that primary. And then if I go back here, settings, global, if I change the primary, shame that I don't have the logo on this page, but let's just say it's going to be this red here. Let's save. So now everywhere that was using a primary color, so this is probably not a good, oh, actually, maybe that's not too bad, but just to show you an example that I just changed a color in one spot and the whole website updated. So probably not a good one to show, because primary is probably the bulk of it, obviously, like all the font is red, unless, maybe for this particular website, red works well. But I think not, maybe for headings and things like that, which will be your accent color, that will probably work better. So this was that code there. Let's move it back to that for now. And then maybe the secondary color can be the red. Click update. Anyway, I've broken it, but you get the idea. Okay, cool. So I don't know what I changed then for some reason, but one of the background colors just died. But all good. All right, excellent. So yeah, I will just that's how you turn that off. I will play around with this and end the video here as a way of doing it. So if this looks easy, go ahead and try it. If you get stuck, reach out to Soul Connect. If you've gone, oh my God, this is way outside of any scope that I want to be playing around with, but you really want a website, or you really want to, update your current presence of your website, then maybe give me a call. I have links always around my website to book a call with me. Very happy to help with Soul Connect to help build your soil caring business. So if you're into that space, if you're into soil, if you're into regenerative agriculture, farming, any education around soil, events, if you need a website, if we're all working together to help advance the soil narrative, then come and hang out at Soul Connect, where I can definitely help with all your marketing tech and gizmo, keeping your websites all online, healthy, and always ready for business. soulconnect.com.au. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. And if I don't see you soon, be well, and make sure that you get outside and get your hands dirty and keep digging deeper into the wonderful world of soil. Cheers.